Welcome to Rob on Holiday. Today we're exploring the city of Elche, which is in the Valencia community region. We're not staying here, we've come down from Alicante, so let's head back to me in the station to start the video. Good morning from the train station here in Alicante in Spain, and we're going to get a train today to Elche. It's just a 19-minute train ride, and we're looking forward to seeing what Elche has to offer, so come with us. Trains from Alicante to Elche run every 30 to 60 minutes, but it's always best to book in advance to get the best prices and to ensure you get a seat. So we're on the train now from Alicante to Elche. It's worth mentioning this was round about, actually just less than €10 return, which is pretty good. It's only about a 19-20 minute train journey. Weather's great today. Fantastic view of some hills out here. Don't know what to expect, to be honest, but I always enjoy my train journeys in Spain. I think the trains are a really good standard. Even this is like a medium distance train. The legroom is fantastic, very comfortable. And it's a great way of getting about and seeing the country, and I'm looking forward to seeing Elche. With all of the scenery to admire on the way, the 20-minute journey flew by, and our train was soon pulling into the Elche train station. Unbeknownst to us, this train station is actually about 4 miles from the centre of Elche. So, here we are in Elche. Now, it was interesting because we thought we were going to get off in a station in the centre, but the Elche X mainline station is about 4 miles outside of town and it's deserted. Anyway, we were lucky enough to get an Uber. It's about €13 to get into the city centre, no problem. We've got about 5.5 hours or so before we have to head back to Alicante, but never mind, we're here in Elche. Let's see what we can see, and we're going to start with the Basilica Santa Maria, which you can see behind me here. The Basilica de Santa Maria is one of the most important buildings in the city of Elche. It was built in the 17th century in the Baroque architectural style and sits on the site of the city's former mosque. Its most distinctive feature from the outside is its deep blue dome, which stands out on the Elche skyline. The Basilica is also famous for its annual performances of the Mystery Play of Elche, a medieval play that has been performed inside the Basilica on August the 14th and 15th each year since the 15th century. Visitors can go inside the Basilica and explore its beautiful pillars and golden displays for free. We've definitely got lucky with the weather today. It's going to be about 20 degrees later. What could be better than having a cappuccino in the shadow of the Basilica Santa Maria here in Elche. Just across the road from the Basilica is the Convent de Santa Lucia, which is home to the city's former Arab baths. For just €1 you can enter the archaeological site where you'll find the remnants of the 12th century baths, as well as explore the convent's old cloister. This is the Baños Árabes, the Arab baths, of course the old Arab baths here in Elche, and it's like a lot of other Arab baths throughout Spain, very old stone walls, very claustrophobic, and then the holes in the ceiling in the different shapes to let the light through. We've done a good job putting a modern walkway through here, so it's a good tourist experience, and definitely worth visiting. This is a really pretty square. It's the Plaza Glorieta. What I like about it, it's got lots of ceramic tile benches, lots of trees, beautiful. What's most significant about it, it's got a replica of the Dama de Elche here. Now the original to this is in a museum in Madrid, and the significance is it was uncovered in an archaeological finding. It's one of the original examples of Iberian art. The Dama de Elche is a limestone bust that was discovered in 1897 just outside the city. It's famous as one of the earliest examples of Iberian architecture. After years of being displayed at the Louvre in Paris, where it gained the name the Lady of Elche, the original statue can now be found at the National Archaeological Museum in Madrid. But it's great that you can see a replica of the famous lady in the city where she was found. Moving on from the Plaza de Glorieta, we made the short 5-minute walk to the Plaza de Baix, where you can find Elche's town hall. Well, I didn't expect this today. We seem to have timed our visit when there's some marching band festival on. They're all gathered in front of the town hall here. This is one of the places we wanted to come and see. It's a beautiful building, palm trees in front and a nice little arch in the front, so very photogenic. Well, there's a load of people in front of it today. We later found out that there was some sort of band festival going on when we visited, which would explain why we continued to see bands parading the streets of Elche throughout the rest of the day. Anyway, we waited about 15 minutes and managed to get a clear view of the town hall, which is an architectural highlight of the city centre. Carrying on the tour, we walked across the Puente de Canalejas and walked onto the walking paths by the river Vinalopó. If you come over to the Corte Oriola here, you get an absolutely fabulous view of the old stone bridge, which is across the river Vinalopó. And of course, we're going to head down there in a minute, have a walk along. But this is a great site in itself. I love things like this. So this is a great spot, the Porta Oriola, the old stone bridge that goes across the river, provides a scenic backdrop. But what I like about this is it's such a great urban green space if you live here in Elche, or if you're visiting like us. Really nice path that runs alongside the river and you get to go under the bridge here. But look at the water channels down there in the river Vinalopó. I mean, I'm assuming when there's a lot of water coming down from the hills and the mountains, it's going to get higher than this, but they are suffering a lot of droughts in Spain these last few years, so maybe it never gets much more than it is at the moment. But some great artwork on the islands here. I've just seen a dog bouncing and skipping across. People are walking in the riverbed there, the concrete riverbed, and it's surrounded by trees on all sides. It is a really beautiful walk. Walking by the river in Elche is a unique experience thanks to the murals that stretch for 2.8 kilometres along the riverbed through the city centre. This project, known as the Vinalopó Murals, has transformed the often dry riverbed into an open-air art gallery. It's a great place for locals and tourists alike to enjoy a morning walk. We walked a short section of the river until we reached the Puente de Altamira to head back into the city for lunch. For lunch we enjoyed a toasty at the Café Africa opposite the Basilica, which fueled us up ready for the afternoon exploring Elche. The first activity of the afternoon was to climb the Basilica's tower. The tower has 170 steps, but there are 5 places to stop along the way. On your way up, there are also several exhibits where you can learn a bit about the Basilica and the mystery play performed there. Tickets to enter the tower cost €2. Once you reach the top, you'll be treated to a fantastic view of the city, including its extensive palm grove, which was actually our next stop. We're now standing in El Palmeral in Elche, and it's world famous, or rather it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's I don't know how to describe it, a humongous date palm plantation that goes back to Roman times. Been modified over the years, but it's just I don't know about miles, but a lot of paths that you can walk through under the palms, and occasionally you'll see an architectural oddity like this giant bird tower behind me. So we're going to put the best bits on this video so you can decide whether it's worth visiting, but I think you'll see that it is. El Palmeral is the largest palm grove in Europe, stretching from 144 hectares and housing over 45,000 date palms. El Palmeral dates back to the 10th century when the Moors ruled the Iberian Peninsula, and it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 2000. Nowadays, much of the grove is open as a public park, and it's the perfect place to spend a relaxing afternoon. I'm consulting Google Maps on my phone here because we're trying to find the famous dragon palm of Elche. So far, we've been unsuccessful. Normally with these things, they're building, you can just see it straight there, but every time I check the map, our dot of where we are is just somewhere far away. Well, not, in the vicinity of the dragon palm, but we can't see it. It's literally right there above our heads. This is literally the definition of an oasis. We're still in El Palmarial. We've come over the main road and it carries on after the main road, but we're still surrounded by palm trees. There's beautiful lots of little ponds here. And on this pond, you just see one there. We've seen 3 little terrapins. And I was going to say there's nobody else about. There's a family 50 metres in that direction. There's nobody else here. It's unbelievable. On a Saturday afternoon. So that's our day in Elche. What did I think? I would classify this place as a real hidden gem. It's 20 minutes outside Alicante on the train and about 40 minutes from Murcia in the other direction. So it's a place you can get to quite easily. The Santa Maria Basilica you can see behind me is absolutely beautiful. Climbing the tower was great, seeing the views. The other must-do thing is El Palmarial, which is the palm garden. Lots of lovely little fountains, water features, shaded walks. You must do that if you come here. I mean, the whole city itself is very walkable in the historic centre. The Arab Baths, for example, is really nice. The museum area here with the fountains of the old tower, and especially also the walk down the river. There's so much to do. We've only spent a short time here, but we've really enjoyed it. And we're actually thinking maybe at some point in the future, we might come here. Thanks for watching Rob on Holiday. We hope you enjoyed our trip to Elche. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments box below. We'll be more than happy to answer them. If you did like the video, please consider subscribing. It really helps our channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.